meditation. Today is a yoga class for beginners. So if you are new to yoga and you don't know where to get started, then this is the video just for you. So get on your comfy clothes, get onto your rug, your floor. If you got a mat, great. Join me. So we're gonna start, actually we'll start seated. Consider comfortable, easy pose, cross-legged. If you have a pillow from your couch nearby, you can go ahead and sit on the edge of it. Just place your palms down on your lap. Draw your shoulders up by your ears. And then round them down. You can see I already added my breath to that movement instinctually, so join me with that. Inhale, shoulders draw up by your ears. Exhale, round them down. Inhale, shoulders round up. Exhale, round them down. Stay just like this. If it feels comfortable for you today, close your eyes or stare at the tip of your nose with a squinty gaze. Take a big breath in through your nose. Fill up your belly and imagine your belly is like a big balloon inflating. And on your exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out as if you are letting out all the air out of the balloon. Big breath in, fill all the way up. Hold the belly out. And again, exhale, open your mouth and sigh all the way out. Let out the air. Big breath in through the nose, fill it up. And again, open your mouth, slowly let out the air. One more time, as slow as you can go, big breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And just keep this deep breathing as we begin to move. Slowly open your eyes and make your way into child's pose. So child's pose is a great place to be, and whenever a class gets too much, child's pose is always welcome. So bring your toes together. You're on your knees, toes together. Knees out wide, your knees are as wide as your mat. And then just walk your hands towards the front of your mat and place your forehead, crown of your head down to the floor. Just let everything melt away here. Notice if any tension has found its way to your face, and can you release there? On your inhale, shimmy your fingertips more forward. On your exhale, lengthen your tailbone back. On your inhale, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Your head will move some. Place your left palm on top of the right. Lower your forehead back down to the floor. Inhale, reach to those left fingertips. On your exhale, imagine your left hip is drawing towards the back of the room. Keep your belly strong and your face soft. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, walk your hands back through center, and then all the way over towards the left. Right palm on top. Lower the forehead back down to the floor. Inhale, reach to those fingertips. Exhale, hug in the belly button. Anchor your right hip down and away from the front of the room, creating a nice C-shaped curve here on the other side. Inhale, slowly come on up, walk your hands through center. Tuck your toes under. Find top of a table. So your table pose, shoulders are over your wrists, so not behind, right on top. Fingers are spread out wide, just like this. You can see your mat poking through each finger, and your pointer fingers are forward. We don't want them like this, angled at each other. So just get comfortable with this position here. Check that your ankles are behind your knees. If toes pointed feels better for you, really either foot position's fine. Just keep those shins nice and parallel. And then just shake it left and right. And then begin to make circles. Coming butt down to heels, big circles. Shoulders over wrists, coming all the way back. Switching sides. And again, just reminding yourself that in this practice, there's no right or wrong way to move. Let's really believe it. Once you've kind of made those hip circles, find that neutral spine again. Press the floor away and really engage the arms here. Upper back is full with breath, so you're not just sinking in those shoulder blades. Hug in the belly and feel a slight tilt up through the tailbone. Good, this is our neutral spine. Now we'll move through cat-cow. Inhale, tailbone lifts a lot. Now your shoulder blades draw together, your chest lifts, you look up. This is our cow. On your exhale, hug in that belly button. Round and tuck your tailbone. Upper back rounds, shoulder blades fall apart. Press the floor away as much as you can and look at your thighs. Your cat spine. Inhale for cow, tailbone lifts, shoulder blades draw together, your chest lifts. Exhale, cat, tailbone tucked, shoulders stay over wrists, press the floor away, look at your thighs. Inhale for your cow, shoulder blades together, chest lifts. Exhale, cat, tailbone tucks, belly button rounds up to spine, shoulder blades fall apart. Do that again, big breath in. Exhale out. Big breath in. Exhale out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Your next exhale, tuck your toes under. Hips will come up and back into downward facing dog. If down dog is ever too much for you, you find your table pose, okay? So in down dog, shift forward just for a moment into your plank pose. And again, those knees can come down. And that's how you know when you're in your plank, the length of your down dog. Fingers stay spread out wide, just as before, and your pointer fingers are pointing you forward. Because we're all new here, let's bend our knees a lot, because we tend to be round in our upper back, and we don't want to be round in the upper back. Bending those knees give us a nice neutral spine. With your knees bent, stick your butt up higher, but again, keep your knees nice and bent here. Press the floor away without lowering your arms, and let your belly hug towards your thighs. Take a big breath in. Exhale out. Look forward and walk your feet as many steps as it takes you to your hands. And then grab your opposite elbows and hang and ragdoll. Bend your knees a lot so the belly rests on your thighs and just rock left and right. Let the crown of your head fall. Release your hands down. Now feel the weight become more forward into the ball mounds of your feet. It's going to keep your hips over your heels, and the knees should stay a little bit bent here. Especially if it's hard to reach the floor, you can take a wider stance here, but keep your knees really bent. And then just check and be careful that your knees are not caving in more narrow than the ankles. You want them right over your ankles. Take a big breath in and find your shins now. And lengthen the crown of your head forward, tailbone back. Find your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Do that again. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, this time, big bend to your knees. Reach your arms all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Imagine you have roots on the soles of your feet pulling you down and a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. We're being stretched apart. Your thighs are working, your feet are pressing through the floor, your belly is strong. And then just notice the natural lift of your shoulders. Don't shrug them up by your ears, but there's a natural lift there. Take a big breath in, standing strong and proud because you arrived on your mat today. Exhale, hands to your heart, and then down by your side. Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Palms face forward, you stand tall, heart over hips, belly strong, feet strong, and you keep that. And now inhale, reach your arms all the way up again, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to your heart, bend those knees and find your fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms rise, reach yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands down by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, find your flat spine. Exhale, fold. Good, inhale, just find your flat spine again. And on your exhale, hands come to the mat. Step your left foot back, and then your right foot. High plank pose, top of the push-up. See if you can hold here just for a few seconds, pressing the floor away, hugging in your belly, igniting those inner thighs, kicking through your heels. And now just place those knees right down. Keep those toes tucked for a moment, and now press the floor away, hug in the belly again, and now point your toes. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, just like we did, finding our cow spine, you're gonna draw your shoulder blades together and do a tricep push-up. Elbows not out to the side walls, but back behind me. So again, on your exhale, shoulder blades together. Don't just sink down in that low back. Keep the belly hugging in. Let the chest hover, and then just straighten your legs. And you're in your cobra already. Press to the tops of your feet. Press into your hands. Feel the heart, big breath in. And then just notice the back of your neck. You want to kind of tuck the chin some so the back of your neck stays long. Again, big breath in your cobra pose. Shoulder blades together. And exhale to belly. One more time. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to your belly. Slowly come up onto your all fours. Toes together, knees out wide. Child's pose. You know what to do here now. Inhale. On your exhale, slowly make your way back to all fours. We'll move through a few cat-cows. Inhale, chest lifts, shoulder blades together. Exhale, cat, press the floor away, look at the thighs. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, press. One more inhale. One more exhale. Tuck the toes, hips up and back, knees stay bent, down dog. Again with knees bent. Stick the tailbone up high, hugging your belly. Press your pointer finger and thumb down. Big breath in. Exhale out. Look forward. Walk your feet to your hands and fold again at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift, low belly, upper back. And exhale, fold.
Inhale, arms rise, reach yourself all the way up. And exhale, hands down by your side. I just made my way to the other side of the mat, no particular reason. Again, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart, and again, down by your side. All right, keep your right foot where it is and step your left foot back. Warrior two. Back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Front knee bent at 90 degrees right over your ankle. Arms out to a T. Hips are pointing towards your left wall. Now imagine you are stomping the floor away with your back foot, igniting your back inner thigh and reaching out through your fingertips. Hug in your belly. Right knee is tracked right over your ankle and never too far forward. Imagine your feet, without moving, are trying to hug towards each other as well. That will also ignite your back and your thigh, and find that balance. So that hugging in action is the balance we need in all of our poses. Keep all that, hug in the belly, lengthen in and up out of the hips. Gaze over your right middle finger. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, palms up, straighten your front knee. Keep your front foot right where it is. Reach your arms all the way up, turn towards the left. Feel your left hip draw back. Hug in the belly. Imagine you are pressing something between those palms. Keep pressing through the ball mound of your front foot, big breath in. On your exhale, tee your arms back, keep the front knee straight, and slowly hinge at your hips. Hug in the belly, and now reach forward as much as you can. Your balance here is to stomp the floor away with your back foot, and then reach for your shin or your ankle, and then reach your left arm up and you're in your triangle. Feel the shoulder blades drop back. Keep the left hand over your left shoulder so we're not reaching behind us. Draw your chin back, open the throat, and keep your belly hugging in. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, release your left hand down. Hands are gonna frame your front leg. All 10 toes face forward, pyramid pose. Parsvottanasana. Your feet are on train tracks, not a tightrope. So walk your front foot a little bit to the right now. If your back heel's lifted, hop it in so you can take a shorter stance. If it's hard to reach the floor, you can always place hands to books if you don't have blocks at home. Find that tabletop spine, especially if you're tight here. So don't be really rounded. It's not about getting your nose to your knee. It's always about finding that neutral spine in whatever pose we're in this practice. On your inhale, press down to that front foot. On your exhale, reach and lengthen your right hip back. And you can just let your hip fall. If you're more flexy, you can walk your hands forward, and then naturally your head will drape down. But if your nose is far from your knee, again, you can just keep more tabletop spine, flat back. As you press into your front foot, feel your right hip anchor back. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in, and big breath out. On your inhale, slowly lift up. Keep your hands to the mat, turn towards the left. Bring all 10 toes to face the direction you are in. So your toes are pointing forward. And find that tabletop spine. So lift your tailbone, hug in the belly, and check that your shoulders are over your wrists. You can have your palms down or come up onto your fingertips. Put a little bend to your knees. Get the weight more forward into the ball mounds of your feet. Keep pressing the floor away. Options to stay here or start to just bow your head all the way down in between those knees. Options to stay here or reach your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. If that's not gonna happen for you today, you can grab a towel or a shirt or a belt and pull it apart like a strap with your palms facing the ceiling. If you have those fingers interlaced, you can go ahead and follow me here, bring the palms together. Put a little bend to your elbows. Shimmy your shoulder blades closer together as if you are trying to hold up a pencil between them. Inhale, hug in your belly. Exhale, press the ball mounds of your feet down. Inhale, start to straighten your knees and let the crown of your head fall as far as it can. Stretch your palms closer and away from your low back. Big breath in, big breath out. Stay here, look up towards your left shoulder. Look down, look up at the right, and look down. Bigger breath in. Exhale, release that deep shoulder stretch. Hands to the floor. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find your flat back. On your exhale, walk your hands towards your left foot. Bend 90 degrees into your left knee, so left knee over ankle. Back foot stays where it is. And then windmill your arms all the way up for your warrior two. Arms out. Again, left knee wide over ankle. Stomp the floor away with that back foot. Pinky toe side edge down. That's gonna ignite your back inner thigh so it spins up towards the ceiling. Right hip back, right booty back. Left knee stays wide because as you draw your right hip back, it's gonna wanna curve to the left, or to the right rather. Keep it wide. And again, we glue both feet down and we imagine them hugging towards each other. Hug in your belly and gaze over that left hand and soften your face. Our balance is that hugging action. Feel the heat build in the body. When the belly loosens, can you find your core again? Hug that belly button back to the spine. Take a big breath in, flip your palms. On your exhale, straighten your front knee. Notice that your heels are in one straight line. If you were to draw a line from your front heel back, they would connect. Reach your arms up as we did before. So your right hip's gonna pull back. Hug in the belly, hips rooting down to your heels, and find a lot of length here. Imagining you're pressing something between those palms. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, tee your arms. Keep the right hip back, reaching the left fingertips forward. Right hip anchors back, igniting that back inner thigh as you stomp the floor away with your back foot. Reach, reach, reach. And then left hand might find the shin or ankle. Right arm comes up high and you're in your triangle pose. If you want to open up your chest a bit more and you can reach the floor, you can welcome that left hand to the ground outside your shin, or you can just keep it right and elevate it on that shin. Inhale, press into your front foot. Exhale, hug in your belly. Inhale again, press the pinky toe side edge of your back foot into the floor. Chin draws back and reach up to those fingertips. Right wrist over right shoulder, not behind the head. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, release your right hand down. Pyramid pose, 2 straight legs, all 10 toes point forward. So hop your back foot in so the heel is grounded, not lifted. So as short of a stance as you need. And then walk your front foot over to the left. So your feet are on 2 different planes. It's as if your feet are on train tracks, not a tightrope. And again, if you're tighter here, you want to think about shoulders over wrists, flat spine. So I could eat my breakfast on your back, not rounding. Tailbone lifting, crown of your head same height as your low back. And if this is hard to reach the floor, then find a stack of books if you don't have blocks at home. If you're looking for a little more juice, a little more hamstring stretch, then you can bring your hands in front of that foot and let the crown of your head fall. Wherever you are, take an inhale and press into the ball mound of your front foot. On your exhale, feel the left hip draw back, right hip draw forward. Face stays soft, belly strong. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, walk your hands all the way back to your wide leg straddle. Find your flat spine, all 10 toes pointing forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. One more, inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, toe heel your feet closer together. Toes out, heels in, come to your yogi squat malasana. Hands can stay grounded, or maybe you press the forearms into those thighs, hands to heart. Weight in your heels, take a big breath in. Big breath out. Release, hands behind you, Baddha Konasana. So your feet will come together, your knees will fall apart. Press those feet together. Again, imagine your knees pressing towards the outside walls instead of trying to push them down. That's not the goal here. And if your knees are up really high and you're kind of turtle shelled, then don't bow, just work on lifting the chest and rolling your shoulders back, keeping the belly strong. If your knees are naturally closer to the floor, then you can just extend forward. Let that face soften again. Come back to your breath. Inhale, slowly come on up wherever you're at. And then just straighten your legs out in front of you. Bring your hands behind your hips, fingertips pointing towards your feet, and then just bend your knees to shake that out. Dandasana. And then we'll attempt to reach for our feet, but if you have a strap or towel or t-shirt, you can bring that behind your feet and pull it up towards you, kicking into it. But let's begin by rolling the inner thighs in. So rock onto your right side, roll one inner thigh in, pull out that butt cheek. So you're really grounded, not tucked under. That's the goal. Do the same thing on the other side. Flex your feet, all 10 toes pointing up. Inhale, reach your arms. And then exhale, reach for shins or reach for those feet. Or you pull on your strap or towel, whatever it is you've got at home. You have your feet, kick the two together, hands into feet, feet kick into hands, belly stays strong. And just don't forget to breathe wherever you're at. My go-to mantra to remind my brain to just slow down and come back to where I am presently. I just say to myself, I am breathing in and I am breathing out. You can inhale and release wherever you're at. Bring the soles of your feet to the floor, and then wrap your arms around your shins. And then just bow your forehead towards your knees, giving yourself a hug. Slowly release. Keep your feet right where they are and lie onto your back. We'll just attempt one bridge pose. It's okay if you can't get your booty off the floor today. We'll get there. In bridge, your knees are bent, soles of the feet to the floor, knees are over your heels. With your arms straight, your fingertips just touch your heels. That's how you know they're pretty much in the right place. All right, on your inhale, you're going to keep your feet where they are, but as you lift your butt off the floor, imagine your feet are trying to press towards the front of the room. Let your palms face up, chin draws away from chest. Stay here or shimmy your shoulder blades closer. Stay here, grab the outside edges of your mat and pull it apart. Options to stay right there, or interlace your hands behind your back. And if you're there, shimmy your shoulder blades even closer. Inhale, hips higher. Exhale, chin away from chest. Imagine your feet pressing forward away from your head. And now see if you can use more inner thighs and release, squeezing your booty. Bigger breath in. Exhale, release the hands if you've got them, and lower your butt down. Walk your feet out as wide as your mat, and knock your knees together, arms out long. So we take this counter pose instead of flattening our spine right after a back bend, just because we want to ease back to our neutral spine. We don't want to flatten the beautiful back bend we just created. So with the knees together and the feet out wide, our low back, our lumbar spine is just naturally lifted off of the floor. If it feels okay for you, close your eyes again. Take a big breath. And a big breath out. Bring your feet back to the hip width. And now bend your elbows 90 degrees. Inhale, lift the booty up. Bring it over to the right. Let your knees fall left for a supine twist. Keep both shoulders grounded. That's the most important thing here. And if you want to deepen the twist, simply just stick your butt back behind you, rolling more onto the left hip. Either gaze up, or you can gaze to the right, away from your knees. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, bring your feet back, flat to the floor. And then inhale, lift your hips up. Bring your hips over to the left side of your mat. Let your knees fall right. And again, to deepen, just roll more onto your right hip, sticking your booty back behind you. You can stay gazing up, or if it feels good for you, gaze over to the left. Again, most important thing is to keep both shoulders grounded to the floor. Big breath in, and big breath out to settle here. Feeling really good in the low back. And allow yourself just to slow down your breath again. Letting that breath just flow easily. Reminding yourself there's no right and wrong way to breathe here. Take one more big breath in. And on your exhale, let's release, feet flat to the floor, hips center, and then keep your head and shoulders grounded. Lift your feet up, knees out wide. Feet are pressing as if they're standing on the ceiling. And then reach for your feet or whatever you touch. So I don't want you to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. If you just hold right above your knees, that's totally cool. Maybe you hold ankles, and maybe you catch outside edges of feet. Whatever you are holding, just kick shins back into your hands or feet back into hands. Inhale, hug in the belly. Exhale, lengthen your tailbone down. And then just feel free to move and groove, rock left and right with your breath. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, release your legs. Let your feet go long. Let them fall apart. Legs long rather, feet fall apart. Arms out wide to your side, palms face up. And I encourage you to close your eyes. And then just remind yourself that it takes a lot of courage to close the eyes and to turn inwards. Everyday life tells us to basically not do this, not slow down, not to pause and take time for yourself. But just by showing up for yourself today, you took a stand, that you are brave enough to tune inwards, and you realize how important self-care is. Take a big breath in and fill that belly up like a big balloon inflating again. On your exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out. No need to hold any tension in or up. Feel the floor here supporting you. Let your breath just be your guide. I am breathing in, and I am breathing out. If this feels funny or uncomfortable, just trust the process that the more you show up, and the more you close your eyes and turn in, the easier it gets. And then all the mental benefits become way more apparent. Take one more breath here. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. And then rock onto your right side. Let your right cheek fall to your extended right arm. Let your left hand come to the floor. And you're in your cozy fetal position. And notice that you feel this nourished and cozy because, again, you showed up for yourself today. You stepped out of your comfort zone. And you tried something new and different that maybe felt uncomfortable, but now you feel just so proud that you tried. That's what it's all about. Use your left hand in front of your chest, and then your right to press you up safely to a seat. Coming back to that seated position, just how we began in class. Bring your hands together at your heart and sit tall. Heart presses up high towards your thumbs, and take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And slowly open your eye. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.